So the next video is also a response to a question that came from the I Am book, from chapter 7, about my comment about your words are programming your reality. So let me talk that about a little bit with you. Most of us think language as a way to describe what we see in the world. But the truth is, language does far more than describe. It actually creates. Every word you speak is a form of programming. The words you repeat becomes a blueprint of how you see yourself, how you see the others around you, and how you move through life. Think about it. When you tell yourself, I always fail, or I'm not enough, these words just don't reflect your mood in the moment. They become grooves in your nervous system because there's a memory gets embedded, and your cognitive pattern it shapes and constrains. And patterns in your mind start to believe even when it's not really true. What began as words now start becoming your identity. And what becomes identity just drives how you live. So, words you repeat eventually really become your beliefs. And the beliefs in turn shape your nervous system, and your nervous system reinforces the reality you see. So, we always say beliefs become biology. This is why unconscious speech is so dangerous. We often speak without awareness, complaining, labeling, judging ourselves or others, repeating inherited phrases without questioning them. But words aren't neutral. They carry real energy, they carry direction, they carry tonality. When spoken enough, they create the atmosphere you live inside, whether spoken verbally or spoken in the mind. I remember once working with a young professional, a young woman professional from Berlin who kept saying, I'm overwhelmed, I can't keep up. Every conversation we had began that way. Over time, it just wasn't language, it was her life. Her nervous system was always on high alert, her body tense, and mind trapped in this constant stress. When I asked her to shift her words to begin each day with, I have enough time for what truly matters, something remarkable happened for her. Within weeks, her nervous system began to calm down. Her focus sharpened. Her reality changed because her language changed. Neuroscience helps us understand why. The brain, in some ways, is a prediction machine. It listens to the words we feed it and then looks for evidence to make the words come true. See, often enough, I'm unlucky, and the brain highlights every setback, ignoring the blessings. Or for that matter, start saying, I'm learning, and the brain begins to reframe mistakes as growth. And this is not magical thinking, it is like literally neural conditioning. Language directs attention, and attention shapes experience of being alive. So phrases like I can't or I always are not really facts, they're opinions, and yet they are programming. Mindful language interrupts this loop, shifting from fear to truth. That just doesn't change your mind. It rewires your nervous system and in process every organ. When speech becomes conscious, it becomes profound and deep and even sacred. Every word becomes an act of creation. Words can wound and words can heal. Words can close someone's heart and words can open it. Imagine the difference between saying to yourself, I am broken or defeated versus saying, I am healing. The first locks you in pain, the second gives your nervous system permission to move towards wholeness and healing. So, let me share with you some practical shifts you can begin practicing now to bring mindful speaking into it. Instead of saying, I am overwhelmed, try, I am prioritizing what matters most. Instead of saying, I'm stuck, try, I'm learning and moving forward at my pace. Instead of saying, oh, I can't handle this, try, I'm learning how to handle it. Instead of saying, I'm lucky, say, well, I trust life's timing. My time will come. So here is my invitation: begin to notice your words, the ones that you speak aloud and in front of others, and even more importantly, the words that you whisper silently to yourself. And ask, is this word that I just spoke programming fear, or is it programming truth and peace and joy? Is this language closing me down or opening me up to possibility? When you bring awareness to speech, language stops being automatic. It becomes intentional. It becomes a tool for presence and for healing, for living fully. And when your words align with truth, compassion, and possibility, you just don't describe reality. You literally have the power to transform it. Because every word you speak is a seed. The question is, what kind of garden are you planting in your life? Choose your seeds carefully. Words are really powerful.